1-0 win here against Potter's Bar. Kay's going to the top half of the table. Hayden, 1-0 was the win, but did we play better than 1-0?
I honestly think it was the best performance of the season by a country mile. I think that the way we work with the ball is synonymous to our team. I thought particularly in the first half there was a good control. And honestly, if it wasn't for really outstanding goalkeeping from the Potter's Bar lad, you know, the game could have been done in half an hour. It wasn't, we had to be patient, but I think we got our just rewards against a really good team. I was very impressed with Potter's Bar. I think that Lee and Scott are doing a really good job over there, and I think that they will cause a lot of teams a lot of problems this season.
What was it about the performance that most pleased you? Was it the fact I'd say we gave up the fewest chances that we have this season, and we created more as well. Which end of the pitch were you happier with?
I would have to say in the first half, I was really pleased with our ball retention. I was pleased with our decision making on the ball, and you know, I want to play expansive football. I think at times this season we've had a decent control of the game, and whether it's been Corey or whether it's been Elliot, the number 9's looked a little isolated. But I wanted to put a lot of creativity behind the 9 today, and I think Andre Coker, Cadell and Tom Richard all did a really good job. But I think that Tom Kavanagh and Kenny Beanie gave them a great control. So was really happy with the work with the ball, and I think that you're seeing the team improve and improve and improve and improve without possession of the ball, and looking much more like last year again in that respect.
You mentioned Tom Kavanagh. He's obviously got his second booking with about 10 minutes to go.
Yeah.
I guess firstly, any complaints about that decision? And secondly, how pleased were you with the way that we managed the game and saw it out after that?
Tom took one for the team.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way to look at it. He played very well today. He took one for the team, and I apportion no blame to him at all. The organisation of the team is a team that knows the football manager very well, and if you see the team that finished, even the likes of Tom Howard we've worked with before, and it was a team that has experience of closing games out. And I think that we closed the game out very, very well. And strangely, actually, probably again had chances to have added to the scoreline. But I think that with 10, the team were very good today.
You mentioned Tom Howard. I thought him, Gus and Elliot off the bench all came on and did really well as I think I've seen any subs do for us this season. How pleased were you with the impact they all made?
Really, really pleased. All three were very unlucky not to play. You know, Elliot is a very important player. He's proven goal scorer. Today I decided to play Corey. It was no reflection on Elliot, as I explained to him before the game. It was absolutely a tactical decision. And Corey put a real shift in for the team, and Elliot finished the job off very well. Tom Howard is a player that I really like, and I very much hope that we see a lot more of him and his commitment to Chelsea. Managed to calm down so he can play more and more, and I think that's happening, by the way. I think we'll see a lot more of Tom, and I said from the get-go, Gus is one of the most important players in the club, and if you are trying to close a game out, honestly, there is no better player in this level of football than Gus so to help you do that.
Saturday, Cheshunt, 2 defeats to them last season, including the fact that between October last year and September this year, the only team we lost to in the league were Cheshunt, and we lost to them twice.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Point to prove on Saturday?
Well, I think, you know, I think in 20 games last season, they were the only team to beat us, and they didn't beat us once, they beat us twice, and full credit to them. They played very, very well, in particularly the second game, and in the first game, but particularly in the second game they played very well. I was really disappointed in the second game. It's like the world was coming to an end. Little did I realise it nearly did.
And you had 6 months to think about that game as well.
Absolutely. So, you know, in fairness to Craig, in fairness to his team, they've obviously prepared very well for the season, and they've done really well. And whilst teams may be surprised that Cheshunt have done well and they're sitting in the top 3 with 15 points, I've got to tell you, I'm not surprised at all. I saw the makings of a really good team, a really dangerous team, and a very difficult team to play against last season. And now you've added one or two people like Cunnington into the mix. Yeah, I think that they'll be difficult opponents. We'll be ready. We're looking forward to the game. But there's no doubt it'll be a tough one.